Meet James, who on January the 19th, 2023, decided to try the I Am Melanin Magical Hair Growth Serum. He spent many years covering his hair with a hat. He and his dad had the same kind of patterned hair loss, and for many years, he simply could not grow hair in the scalpy areas. He often said that in the back, his hair was straight bald. That was until March when he decided to give I Am Melanin Magic a try. It had been a long journey, but after using the Magical Hair Growth Serum over an 8-week period, look at the results he was able to get in just 8 short weeks. A major accomplishment. The before and after pictures detail just the beginning of the growth after using the Magical Hair Growth Serum 5 days a week. When you take a look at the side of his hair, you can see the hair has grown significantly thicker and looks much healthier than it did in the beginning. All of this short-term progress with an investment of only 8 short weeks is very amazing, but it only represents one of the stories that the Magical Hair Growth Serum has in terms of the testimonies. Many others are having these results and more with consistent use of this and now our new Fearless Follicles. Try the Fearless Follicles at night and Magical Hair Growth Serum during the day.
I Am Melanin Magic. If you want long locks,
luscious hair, radiant skin, want to look and feel good,
then I Am Melanin Magic is your brand.
I Am Melanin Magic,
and so are you. Way better before and after. Welcome to the channel. You're with Tanisha Ali of Tanisha's Locks, Beauty Tips, and Potpourri, and we are here to discuss a comment that was left here on the channel by the lovely Rose City Remodel 2015. As you all already know, we are all about that taking on things head on, taking on things hair on, taking on things sister lock on, taking on things that we need to deal with in order to make sure that you are dealing with and doing the things that are healthiest for your hair. And as you all know, we have many of you that are endeavoring to do your own retightenings, which is good. If you're not afraid and if you've got the confidence to do it and you want to give it a try, even if you don't have any intention of doing your Sisterlocks retightenings on your own long term, it is a great idea to give yourself the autonomy to learn about it and then to be able to give your hair the comfort of knowing that it's in good hands. Isn't that the motto for all states? So I'm all about doing the things that empower you. As you all know, I shifted to knotted locks close to 6 months ago. I absolutely love it. It's so easy. It's so easy. I think my relocking's between 2 and 3 hours tops. It's just the easiest thing in the world. I absolutely love it. I know it's healthier for my hair. I know it will be healthier for my hair long term. And you guys, if you all have been watching this channel for the last 2 years, in particular 3 years, you already know why I switched. So check out some of my Sister Lock videos. I will have 3 sisters on here that I will be interviewing and getting some feedback from them about knotted locks next weekend. We filmed already, but thanks to technology, we had a technical issue and the entire interview did not film. So we are in the process of rescheduling. And hopefully tomorrow I will be talking again for the second time with Miss Blake. So you will see this video hopefully the first Sunday in November. Yeah, hopefully, if not, for sure, the second Sunday in November will be the second interview with Miss Blake. But let's go ahead and get into Miss Rose City and let's take a look at what she has to say. Melissa Blakes is absolutely right. We grow thinking pain was a necessary part of our hair care. No, ma'am, it's not. My establishment was not really painful, but I did go home each night with a sore head. And see, that's just it, y'all. A sore head, it's painful. It's something you have to think about. It's something that you have to be conscious about. That's pain. However, every retie I had after my first one, oh, her establishment wasn't painful. She said it wasn't too painful, although her head was. I don't remember my establishment hurting at all, But then again, that was 10 plus years ago. So she says, however, every retie I had after my first one hurt so bad I could barely let her finish. Y'all, that's abusive. That's criminal. My loctician said if I washed my hair 2 days before my retie, it wouldn't hurt as bad. Now, to me, that's depending upon what else you're being told to do it. You wash your hair 2 days before your retie, you don't take the time to oil it down and detangle it, it's going to be even worse. It's going to hurt even worse. You wash it the day before your retie and it's going to compound the pain of your retie. So I'm not sure why she gave that advice unless she gave some additional steps that she wanted her to follow as a result of that, because the hair washing itself is not the problem. The tangling would be the problem, but in this case, the retightening itself is the problem, not the hair washing. It's the tension and the soreness that's hurting this sister's head. Wow. So she said, if I washed my hair 2 days before my retie, it wouldn't hurt as bad. Ding, ding, ding. I still did. It still did. At my 6 months mark, I started retying my own hair. Go team, go! And no, I didn't take the Sisterlocks retie class. Neither did I. Why am I going to take the retie class when I've been sitting in that seat for year after year and I know what my loctician is doing? And I had the Sisterlocks tool, but I didn't want to use that anyway. But I had enough sense to know that all I'm doing is a rotation. The tool I'm using doesn't matter. Why do I need them to tell me whether or not I have Sisterlocks? If it acts like a duck, quacks like a duck, walks, moves like a duck, sounds like a duck, it's a duck. You have Sisterlocks. I don't care what you do to retighten them. You have Sisterlocks, and anybody else who tells you otherwise is confused. They are confused. I don't care if they're allowed to be called Sisterlocks. Now, who is the governing board? Shout out to all of you out there who coined the term Sisterlocks Mafia. Who's the governing body out there that gets to say if you chose to interlock your hair another way, which part of this down is not having anything to do with my transition to knotted locks. I've been doing whatever I wanted to do with my locks a long time ago, because the last time I checked, it's my hair. It's my beauty. It's my journey. It's my hair care destiny. It's my right. And I can call these whatever I want to call them. I don't need you or you or you or you. I don't need anybody's permission to tell me what I can call my hair. Like what? Where do they do that at in this community? I care about the health of my hair, period. Yes, with a T on the end, I'm adding the T, period. Do you care about the health of your hair? Do you care about the integrity of your hair? Do you care about giving your hair what it needs? Do you care about all of that more? Your personal autonomy to do what needs to be done with your hair. Do you care more about that? Or do you care more about what the brand or what they say or what somebody else says at the end of the day? The very same people who will be nowhere to be found as your locks start dropping to the ground. And you all know that this is happening with so many of us. For many of us, doesn't matter the age range. But once you stop doing the processes that commit systemic abuse to your hair, or the unkind processes by certain people who are not invested in the health of your hair, because I had some wonderful locticians, thank goodness, but everybody's not that fortunate. Once you stop committing egregious acts against your hair and you give your hair a chance to rest, and for sure, you know, if you use the I Am Melanin Magic brand, it's going to help re-stimulate hair. It's going to help almost like fertilize the roots, the follicles. It's going to help regenerate. It's going to help restore. It's going to help penetrate. It's going to go in with the nutritive support that you need. Giving your hair rest and then supplementing your hair, and then taking the next leap and deciding what you're going to do if you want to keep your locks. These are serious decisions that you have to make. And this sister said she doesn't care what they're allowed to be called, since she's taken over her own retightenings and she didn't take the class. She says, I care about the health of my hair. Yes, it takes me much longer to do it by myself, but if my hair is healthy and I think it looks good, I'll take however long it takes. And that's what I'm saying. When you get around to starting to ask questions about don't y'all just love the way there is no more? There literally is no more. Forget all about the, what do you want to call it? Y'all know I used to hate it, plucked chicken look. I don't have the plucked chicken look anymore. Knotted locks will get rid of that unsightly grid. You can see it when you go through my hair, but I know it'll disappear more and more. But what I used to see around here, because the locks were so flat, that has been eliminated. And on top of using my oils around here to re-stimulate new hair, I have 3 new locks I'm very proud of. I've got 2 back here. My hair has never grown in the lock, so now I don't have to force it to do what it doesn't want to do. I don't have to commit atrocities against my hair. So again, it comes down to what's the choice that you're going to make. What's more important, the grid, the brand, the tool you may be using, going to the retightenings all the time, or the health of your hair. So I love what she's saying. I gotta tell you. Oh, we gotta talk with Cece. Oh, Rose City Remodel gave us a second one. We're gonna listen to her other comment as well. This one's pretty long, but it doesn't really matter. Anything that you can do to assist your hair in being more healthy and to restore the integrity of your hair's growth cycle is going to be worth it. If you have a wonderful loctician and you're satisfied, fine, sit there and stay. Don't wait too long though. If you notice you start to have problems, take action. But for those of you who are already having problems and you're looking for a way to go, you got to get out of that retightening schedule. And the first plan of action is to begin doing your own retightenings. This is what I say. I say begin doing your own retightenings and begin to take the stress off your hair. And then I say after a period of time, if you get tired of doing that and you get tired of the whole enslaving system, then go to knotted locks. Or you can jump from noticing problems and trying to be proactive to going to knotted locks, which is what I was doing. As you already know, that's what I did in the beginning when I shifted over back in April of 2023. So let's hear from Rose City again. I've had my Sisterlocks in 17 months now, but I have never been under the misconception that I had or wanted to become enslaved to the grid or the restrictive retie schedule. I feel her. I feel like these concepts were put in place to create longevity and sustainability of the Sisterlocks brand and to sell locticians on the ability for a sustainable model. Very interesting. Personally, I couldn't care less about either of these concepts since they don't apply to me. Ooh. Miss Rose City is serious. Currently, my hair is not all the way locked, but I have put 2 knots in one lock that was thinning. I felt like it was headed towards breaking because the hair was too soft and straight and just would not stay in the lock. So I didn't have anything to lose by knotting it. And that's a good idea. But by knotting it, I was able to tie or knot the loose hair into the lock. This lock has now thickened from July to October and no longer feels like it's going to break off. That is, I think, what we had a do-it-yourself Zoom session about 2 months ago, and one loctician was speaking, Miss Stephanie, Miss Shea was speaking, and she was talking about when you have thinning happening between the lock because of too much space and there's loose hair in between the interlocking or the knot or whatever. She didn't say knot, she said the interlocking, then that thin hair will eventually thin. And as you know, the hair can thin for any number of reasons. If you all remembered, I talked about having my hair snagged while in bed and hearing it rip, but the lock itself still being okay. And then months down the road, seeing where it would thin because of that, or various things that pulled my hair, that snapped at the follicles, various things. Even when I used to self-retighten, sometimes I would combine hair and I would just snatch them apart or just clip it because I was too lazy to have to ask my daughter for like the umpteenth time to unmarry. So thinning can happen for any reason, but anything that you can do to reinforce or repair the hair. If you all remember too, I used to go in with my craft needle and I would knit up the space to thicken it. So anything that you would be doing to help thicken the lock in whatever area it needs to be thickened, it's going to be helpful. And as you know, the hair is going to lock. That's what our hair does. It will lock again. It will reinforce all the way down the length of the lock because the hair is constantly tangling up. So that's a good idea. So she talked about it being helpful. She says her plan is to test this lock, or to see how this test lock looks and grows along with the rest of her hair until they're all fully locked. And then she'll decide if she wants to knot the rest of her hair and maybe transition to knotted locks. That's very, very good. So this is, and this was under the Knotted Locks subscriber video. I think this was the first video that I ever did, but many of you have talked about the value of it and understanding why you would want to lock. It can be quite easy to understand when you realize, you guys know how my lock should have been way down here, but because I'm constantly thinning the ends out, opening the ends up because I like curly ends and all those things that I used to do back in the early days and even in my latter day journey. But you know that those of you who are experimenting with your own hair, is that it's a great way to give the hair the integrity that it needs down the length of the lock. And you should give it a try and just see how you feel about it. I'm grateful that I took the course with Miss Blake's though, because it has taken me quite a while and I'm still not there yet to get really comfortable with the technique, with my own strategy and technique. I still got about maybe 6 locks that I'm going to have Miss Naima look at on Tuesday as I will be venturing to Atlanta. And she can take a look at a few of these and she can provide some, what do you want to call it? Some breakdown maintenance, But it is a little tricky and it can be helpful to get really comfortable by working under the tutelage of someone that is going to be with you for the duration and that can teach you how to do it as you work from here. It's quite different doing it at the length of your locks than when you get up to this area with the new growth. So it's wonderful. Miss Rose, I appreciate you, Miss Rose City. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by here at Tanesia's Locks, Beauty Tips and Potpourri. I love the way you think outside the box. Again, you've got to be someone that thinks outside the box when it comes to participating in your own rescue. Whether you transition to knotted locks or not, that's not the point, because knotted locks is not going to be for everyone. It's just simply not. And there are a lot of reasons why it may not be for you. But at some point, if you're experiencing the fallout from hair trauma and you're losing your locks or they're starting to thin and you're starting to see more scalp, you have to take some action. First, again, you got to talk to your loctician. If you're not using oil, you better be using some type of oil. And if you're losing locks, you need to be getting this magical hair growth serum. This is the old wrapper. This is the new wrapper. Beyond that, your hair needs a break from the retightenings. The frequency, you need to stop tightening so tight to the scalp. You need to also ultimately give your hair a rest. Yes, you must give it a rest. And even if you're going to transition over to knotted locks, you have to give your hair a rest until you get to the 12th week or the 3-month mark. And your hair's not going to fall out. Mine didn't over the course of all the years that I was going to 10, 11, and 12 weeks, mostly 11 and 12 for the last few years. I never lost any hair. And I was doing that after the first, I think, year of having Sisterlocks. And I don't have what I consider high density hair, even though it looks like that. I have high density hair in 2 areas of my hair. The rest of my hair is medium density hair. So it's something to really, really think about. Doing your own retightenings, not getting caught up with whether or not you need to attend a class. But if you're someone that feels a little skittish, take the class. But I can promise you, if you find some great people on YouTube who do some tutorials for how to, interlock or how to self-retighten, you're going to find you can definitely do it. You can definitely do it. And I have several videos on this channel when I was doing retightenings and when I was modeling it. So you have options. That's the most important thing for you to remember. You have options. I love you. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to the video, to the channel. Thank you for all of your support for natural skin and hair care products and your Unti and Bahor fragrance rocks. Go to IamMelaninMagic.com. Why? Because I am Melanin Magic and so are you.
If you are not using I Am Melanin Magic hair oil, then what are you using?
Hey guys, so I started using this oil called I Am Melanin Magic since February of this year, and check out the new growth. Like, it's insane. Not only did it help with my new growth, but it smells amazing too.
See the dramatic improvements Denisha has made after not having hair around her edges for 3 years. Tanya's hair had been like this for almost 20 years, and while getting injections. Her doctor said it was scarred and would never grow back. After 4 weeks of using I Am Melanin Magic, this is what she looked like. I Am Melanin Magic did this to Danette's hair after a short time. Hi, I'm the creator of the I Am Melanin Magic hair and skincare brand. My vision has always been to develop a line of products that meets the unique needs of melanated people. The I Am Melanin Magic hair oil is our premier product. It is the leading high-end supplement for your mane.
It reduces breakage, promotes growth, and can be used on all hair types and looks, from straightened hair and microlocks to wigs and protective styles. It's antifungal, antibacterial, and anti-funk, so you know you're protected.
It softens and conditions your hair, and it's anti-frizz too.
This really is all you need. It's rich with antioxidants, loaded with growth-promoting ingredients. Look at the growth of my hair. The proof is in the product. Need I say more? Don't delay. Purchase yours today.
I Am Melanin Magic, and so are you.